photo that kind of looks like Wednesday and Stella's baby photos. Like it could be his child with her. I deleted it immediately. I said, I don't give a fuck. You're doing all this to me to make sure that Braylon could come home? Come home to where? My house? You've had her in my house this entire time? Around my children? And the only way that would be legally possible is if you married her. And then you're going to get paid time off of work for adoption. Oh, I'm really nervous about going to get this vasectomy because he had to take an anti-anxiety pill, whatever, some Ativan or something that they gave him, some Valium, whatever. So he was kind of drugged up when he went in for his vasectomy, even though they were going to use local anesthetic. But my company has a really good adoption policy, which means they would pay and give you time off of work to be able to reintegrate your family and do all of this stuff. Yeah. And then 30 days of depression. Oh, I only have to be out of the house for 30 days. And then he can legally evict me, or it's abandonment or some shit. Even though we were in court and it's medical reasons and I was never abandoning my property. And he already took me off of his health insurance. So he only had 30 days of depression. So then she's been in my house around my children. And that's why I can't see Stella for these visits, because she might tell me the truth. And that's why I can't. Stella doesn't want to visit because she's busy at home playing with Kendrick and her brothers now. And integrating with her family. She's got her new life. She's not interested in coming to see me because she's got a new brother. She's got a new mom. She's got a whole new family. Braylon was staying with his grandmother. She had to choose to give up Braylon because Kendrick was having so many behavioral issues and stuff in school, and they were living in that little one-bedroom efficiency apartment. She didn't have any personal privacy. She didn't even have a bed to sleep on. She was sleeping on the couch, her futon. Single mother with 2 children. Both of the parents, the baby daddies, aren't involved. One's in prison for child molestation. The one that raped her to get her pregnant. And then the other one, she's almost finished with school, getting her bachelor in science to get into dentistry, and is doing dental assisting and stuff. And they choose to have this baby. She's making good money. And then they plan to have Braylon, and then he leaves her. She gets evicted from the apartment. And she's living there because her aunt used to live there, and she's been living there all of this time. And she has younger sisters that have kids, and I hung out and smoked with her all the time. Kendrick and Stella. Kendrick's like 2 weeks older than Stella. They're practically the same age. Good. I didn't want her to be involved in my mess. Especially after she told me to quit white-splaining to her. I asked her to go over there with me to ask for my laptop back, and she told me she didn't want to be involved in that and do that. She wasn't really my friend. I had already let go of our friendship and expecting any help from her in return after I had watched Kendrick. He played with Stella. over my house while she was working, while she was just at home, to give her a break, to make dinner, to do whatever she needed to do. After school, if she was still at work. I hadn't spoken to her in months, over a year, since before COVID. The day Matt unalived himself, Sarah's boyfriend, that was like the first time I had talked to her and went over and was able to see her. And then it just so happened, I get a phone call that Matt's unalived himself. It's just so ironic. Constantly asking me, doing things for people and not getting anything in return. I was already doing that. Scooter was the last person that I had to let go of, because he was the first person doing this. He was the main. It's demont, like demon. We're on demon time. Demon, little t, little e. Yep, that's the correct spelling of his name. And that's how you pronounce that. Demont Iverson? Who is Demont Iverson? He was my coworker at Whole Foods. Well, it's important. Isn't that ironic? His daughter loves his music. And she literally, her mom is white and he's black. So she is White Iverson. Ever since she was bald, she was young. I know, it's so funny. I thought, man, that's ironic. Cheat on who? I didn't cheat on him. I didn't cheat on Scooter. No, I was having a personal and religious spiritual awakening. I was using my power, my bravery, calling on Katie for help and support on like what to do. He knew Katie. And then I knew I wasn't going to be with Scooter. I knew I was leaving the relationship. I knew I wasn't marrying that guy. And I reached out to him as a friend, asking him what was going on and express how anxious I was and sad that I was, like, because Katie, all she wanted was to get married and have children, and then she died. And I was like, well, I got married, I have a house, or I got married, I had children, I got a house. Now I'm supposed to marry this guy and live the rest of my life miserable. And then he messaged me back, and he gave me his number, and he was like, hey, you can call me anytime. And then I called him after I got out of the mental hospital, after Scooter took my kids away from me. Nope, I didn't see him again in person till after Scooter took out. That Thursday, September 30th, I tried to be intimate with Scooter, and Scooter told me, no, Danielle, now's not the time. And then the next day I woke up, I was like, I'm out of here. I need to go talk to my friends. He just rejected me. Like, this makes no sense. I'm done. He's done. He obviously doesn't want to be in a relationship with me. He's never going to try. It's never going to change. He was already emotionally cheating on me, physically cheating on me. How do you know he wasn't cheating? Who was cheating? That wasn't emotionally cheating. Messaging a friend? An old friend? And coworker? That wasn't cheating. That wasn't emotionally cheating either. Especially when I was trying to be intimate with him. It's not cheating. I wasn't married to Scooter. We were engaged to be married. We had been together 9.5 years. And for our 9th anniversary, the best he could do was pay Cassidy $20 to watch Stella on Wednesday for a couple hours, so we could go out to dinner. That was it. Couldn't rent a hotel room, couldn't get somebody to take the girls for a night, couldn't plan a vacation for him and I. Nothing. Two pregnancies, one abortion, after one rejection. He got me pregnant 3 times. He got me pregnant after only knowing me for 2 months. He got a vasectomy and we hadn't had sex in like almost a year. After, because he raped me while I was pregnant with Wednesday, so I still wasn't... He didn't even care enough to give me an orgasm. He obviously wasn't paying attention. So much that, the voices in his head, remember, couldn't tell him to stop. Yeah. I cheated on him because he was doing everything for me. He was paying the extra bills. He paid my student loan bill. He paid my car insurance for me. He bought all the groceries. He paid for all of our cable. I was cheating on him?